So as you go forward on your journey, teacher's college degree in hand, I encourage you to muster your will in 3 big ways. First, keep the will to chase your passion, not a position. Look, I know it's tempting to see your end goal as a particular job, but if you wait for the position you want to demonstrate the will we need, you might miss an opportunity to make a difference for students here and now. I have the same passion today to serve my students, to close achievement gaps, to give them every opportunity to succeed, as I did when I was a 21-year-old 4th grade teacher with 23 students. Today, my scope is just greater, but my passion never changed. The second area where we need your willpower in education is the will to prioritize systems, not superheroes. I'm sure your studies here at Teachers College have shown you there are pockets of excellence all over this country. Name a state. You can find a superhero teacher, principal, and all-star superintendent doing incredible things. With your Teachers College training, you might well become the next superheroes in education, and I hope you will. But let's also be clear. What we need to focus on is building systems, not superheroes. Our goal is to have the improvements we bring into education outlast us in our current roles. So if it's working, sustain it. If it's broken, reimagine it. And if it doesn't exist, build it. As I said yesterday in my hearing, investing in our children is no different than investing in defense. Both protect our tomorrow. And we're not going to be able to do that. We're not going to be able to do that without systems that last. And that brings me to my final piece of advice about how we apply our will in education. And it came from a special education teacher in Connecticut, Rindy Hardy. At the time, I was just 21 years old, and I was getting ready to leave student teaching after finishing up the semester. This was like way back in the 1900s. At my farewell party, she pulled me aside and she said, Miguel, never forget, you teach kids, not curriculum. That was deep. I think it was her way of warning me, you're going to get overwhelmed with the requirements of curriculum, all the paperwork, all the rules, all the mandates from central office, but you cannot lose sight of what this is really about. Working with children, working for families, working for people. You see, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many degrees you have. It doesn't matter how many fancy letters you have after your name. It doesn't even matter if you know how to write policy really well. What matters is if you're able to use your God-given gifts to improve the lives of the students you serve. If you do, you're always going to be happy. Passion, not position. Systems, not superheroes. Kids, not curriculum. Imagine what's possible when you put the full force of your will behind each of those priorities. As Shirley Chisholm once said, you don't make progress by standing on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining. You make progress by implementing ideas. As your Secretary of Education, I'm going to tell you, now more than ever, we need your courageous leadership in education. That means breaking the mold. It means challenging the status quo. It means being willing to get a little uncomfortable for what you believe in. Let me tell you, if your bold ideas in leadership are not making some people feel uncomfortable, then you're not pushing hard enough. Today, as you embark on the next phase of your journey in education, one where you serve as master gardeners responsible for cultivating a beautiful garden of learners, you'll use what you learned at Teachers College to make a difference for children and for our country. With you as master gardeners, our country is in good hands. Congratulations again to the class of 2023. Thank you. Thank you.